Hey guys, mtg noob here, bringing you round two. We are on the draw. This hand is a little bit sketchy with two double white cards and only two forests. However, if we do hit a third land drop, this plus this, or even potentially this, is kind of a beating. Having a 3/3 Death Touch regenerator seems pretty sweet. So we did win round one. Remember, comment for me on those damn commenting forum things on my YouTube channel and let me know how I did with that, especially that Blessings of Nature play, because that was the play that made me most worried in that game too. So, okay, so we're going to take a beating here from a Sanctifier. So my opponent is blue and white, and probably very tempo-y, cloud shifty, shenanigansy, other stuff. Okay, and that's the sound I make when I just end up mising two planes in a row. I apparently sound like a horse. Okay, so we'll play a Nightshade Peddler. Now, my main concern is what do I want to pair with this? If I pair him with this, I get a 2/2 Death Touch and a 3/3 Death Touch. If I don't pair him with that, then I end up with a 3/3 Avenger that has Death Touch. I also kind of want to pair this with this, so let's keep that in mind. Alright, he might have Righteous Blow here, which would righteously blow. I think the Death Touch is relevant, but I think swinging in for one is just as fine. However, if he has Cloud Shift, that's just kind of like a stupid blowout. So I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to play to my end game, and I'm going to pass the turn here, and then I'm going to flash this in during his upkeep. I know that sounds stupid. However, if he has a Geist Snatch, I'm just kind of screwed in playing into it. I don't want to get this guy leaked. You know what? I'm gonna not really worry about a Geist Snatch. I mean, most players don't value that card very highly. It is okay on the draw. If he doesn't do anything here, then I might just pass. He's gonna come in with that. I think I'm gonna take the one, just so I'm playing around the Geist Snatch. I mean, getting beat down for 3 is pretty bad. Okay, at this point, I'm going to play the Avenger. If he ends up having the Geist Snatch, it sucks, but it's fine. And I will bind these gentlemen. Okay. So we hit that. I'm going to just swing in with the Wolf again. And, oh, that's what he said. He said that. Okay, so he takes 3. And now we're going to just play our Seraph of Dawn, and we're probably going to bind these two guys. We have a lot of options here. I'm not really fearful of this guy and this guy getting killed. What I am fearful of is the fact that he has a Devastation Tide, which would not be very devastating. It would be more annoying than anything. So right now, if he has Devastation Tide, he's thinking hard about this. Maybe he does have a Geist Snatch. We end up having 7 cards in hand, so we don't really have to discard too much. We'll see what this is. This might be some sort of tricky little bounce spell or something of that nature. Seraph of Dawn is the nuts. This, right now, our deck is playing out excruciatingly well, and I feel like maybe his deck is not giving him the cards he needs currently. He might also have a Terminus. I did not watch his draft, so I mean, right now, if he Terminuses my board, that would definitely suck. So maybe I want to just not really go all in on this Angel, because the Angel is just the fact that he's white and hexproof. White-blue can't deal with a hexproof creature, not that I know of at least. So the way we lose this game is if he plays a Terminus. I don't see any other way we lose this. That's just my opinion, but right now, if we play the angel out and then he goes terminus and we go scoop, that's going to suck. So I might just force mage up my angel, and if those guys get terminus or terminated, we have this guy and still this guy, and that's always good. Alright, well, we'll see what this is. Bounce. Bounce, son. That's what I say. Alright, so that's fine. I am okay with this. I don't love it, but I'm okay with it. Ooh, you dirty, getting in with that guy. I have a feeling somebody has a cloud shift. So he's trying to out-tempo me, and that's fine. I'm going to swing in with my wolf. And I'm actually going to not swing in with my peddler, just in case he does have the cloud shift. I mean, the peddler is not really getting work in, so we got to factor that in. I'm going to just go angel on his ass here, because he can't bounce the angel. And it's fine. I mean, now if he ends up playing Terminus, we still have all these, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we're going to F6 here. I don't know. He might have double Zealous Strike. Something crazy in nature like that. What we're going to do is probably... Zealous Strike gives +2/+2. He's got 4 cards. So if he smashes in here, I think I just take it. Okay, we'll play out our land. I'm tempted to bind these guys. My only problem is if he has double Zealous Strike, that would suck. And my angel wouldn't even kill him. But I mean, that's pretty hard to play around. I mean, one Zealous Strike, fine. Double Zealous Strike, I really can't do anything about that. So I'm going to swing in with both. I can't play around 2 cards that he might or might not have. I did not see a lot of Zealous Strikes, so let's keep that in mind. I could have buffed this, but I don't think that's relevant at the moment. Okay, we'll see what he wants to do. He might have a Cloud Shift here, or a Zealous Strike, which then I'm going to time my mana up regenerating him, and probably... Okay, so he misclicked, and I will frowny face, because everybody likes a good game of Magic, and nobody likes when stupid things in Magic happen. Seems like I'm probably not going to have to spend my mana then doing that. I think our best play here is probably to see what he's doing. Okay, peels both, that's fine. Okay, so basically he goes to 12, and we have Avenger. I mean, I think having 3 power in the Watch Wolf is fine. We don't necessarily need to be showing him anything yet, like the Force Mage. I don't think we play Seraph because of the fact that the Seraph just ends up beating the crap out of us, per se, in that he gets the most mana. His Mistveil Raven kind of gets the most out of us. Okay, so I won't be pairing these. I say nay, gentlemen. Okay, and we will pass. Probably just flash this in. Right now our deck is doing its work, so to speak. Just doing its thing. We're going to flash this in end step. He's probably bouncing this. That's fine by us. Okay, so our wolf says bye-bye. Bye-bye, wolf. Okay, and that guy's good. He sacks. I don't know, I might have gotten a block in there with it, unless he wants to, like, cast Fleeting Distraction or something. Okay, I don't understand. He knows I have the Wolfear Avenger, right? He knows it has flash, unless he wants a fleeting distraction. That's fine by me. I think I'm just going to pair them, because Death Touch on a regenerator, nothing wrong with that. And we will be block mode here. Okay, so he loses Cathar. He was so selfless, that Cathar. Oh no, that's not that one. This is a Sanctifier. He was so sanctifying. Alright, so we got double Watch Wolf. Wandering Wolf, excuse me. I think I swing with everybody here. I could have buffed my guy. He's got to block, most likely Angel. The only way he gets away with this is if he has a fleeting distraction on my 0-1. Okay. And he takes... he's not necessarily dead on board. So I'll just play out my my Wandering Wolf. And I don't want to play out another one just in case he does have a Terminus off the top. That would be very bad. Or a Terminus in hand. Okay, he gains some life. That's fine. Just gaining life and having tempo and tricks is pretty good sometimes. We're going to pair this with this. That's going to guarantee a hit for 3. That's a good card. Hey deck, way to show up this game for some odd reason. I could have played out the other wolf, but I guess that was not the worst play, but it wasn't the best play either. Okay, so everybody comes in. Even, I think, the Nightshade Peddler. And now we can kind of overextend. This is chill. Okay, that's fine. That might change things slightly. I don't think we go in with the Death Touch guy. Oh, or we could just skip my attack phase. Okay, that's awesome. Alright, well, now we're equal on the misclicks. Okay, he plays out another island. And he buys him a turn. I don't know if he's going to be able to really capitalize on that turn. Alright, this time we're not going to misclick. And this time the Redeemer, this guy, everybody's coming in. God, I wish every game of Magic was like this, where you get 6 lands, you never draw another land, all your land comes the way you want it, and it's pretty awesome. That's what we basically want every game. Okay, so guess he's trading there. I think he's got to have Trick. If not, he just dies. Yep, here comes Trick. Okay, right just below my guy. He goes to 4. It's fine. Anything else? Another Trick. Okay, Cloud Shift. Okay. Okay, that's fine by me. Alright, so that was pretty good on his end. Now I'm just going to do this again. Maybe it's better just to play the Angel there. Yeah, I think playing the Angel there is fine. We still have the same amount of power. It's just spread out differently. So we get 6 power for 5 mana versus 4 power for 6 mana. So I think it's better. The only thing is this has evasion, but that also has evasion. Alright, so where do we go from here? His deck is basically all tempo. So it's got flyers. No, that's the wrong guy. The Trapper has got to come in here because he just blocks Mistveil Ravens for days. I didn't see anything that warrants a curse break. However, it is something I might want to consider. At this point, I think everything's pretty solid in our deck. My only concern is whether or not we're going to play the trappers. That's for certain. Whether or not to play the worm or not. The worm is good usually against blue-white because it gives trample, and trample definitely helps in situations like this, even if it's just giving trample to itself. However, I did add a 5-drop that is better in these circumstances, so I don't want to have a 5-drop that I added and a 6-drop, so I'm actually going to cut the worm in favor of the Geist Trappers this game. Let me know if you think that's fine. If you think that's kind of poopy, you let me know. Alright, so let's run this game back and see if we end up with as stellar hand as before. We are still on the draw, I believe. Let me double check because when I have the sidebar off, it's not so great. No, he actually chose to play last this time around. So this hand was suspect in the beginning. It has strong cards, and it has this guy plus this guy to gain us some life, but I will have to mulligan to 6 here again. Okay, and this hand is pretty bad itself. I think I'm going to mulligan to 5. This hand is way worse, but I can't go much lower. This isn't going to be much of a game if we don't hit a second land. If we hit a second land and it's a white source, we can potentially put up a fight. Green source, I'll take it. Not going to complain. Got to play with the cards you're dealt with. Mulling to 5 sucks, but it's hard after a mull to 5 to not automatically think to yourself, okay, I'm going to lose this game. Like even right here, if he blows up my guy with a righteous blow, which is potentially likely, I can't sit here and just be like, all right, well, mull to 5, good game, I lose. Okay, we'd like a land, and that's a good one to get. So we basically, if we hit another white source, we might actually still have a shot at this game. We now have access to righteous blow. Banishing stroke. Maybe someday, kid. Maybe someday. Okay, this might be just a raven and kill my wolf by throwing it back to my hand. I mean, having a lot of... Oof. Oh, there's the guy! There's the guy, remember? Remember how I told you when I was drafting? I was like, sometimes you just lose to certain cards, and this is a card, blah, 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 blah. That's the card we're going to lose to, unless he blocks. Oh, boo. Alright, so he's got to have another creature here. Stern Mentor is very uptight. And I can't do anything. Now he's going to gain 3 life and mill 2 cards from us. And there's nothing I could do except for draw 2 lands and both of them planes. Oh, please attack. Boo! Oh, double boo. He hit both my lands that I needed. Boo! Yes, we will play that. Cat, click on the miracle to reveal it. Pay some mana or something. Touch it again just in case. Hit OK. Cast the miracle. Select the target. Hit OK. Boo! We're losing. We're gonna lose. I'm trying to stay optimistic, but the fact that he has like Mistveil Ravens in his deck basically just said, hey, alright, I'll take 6 this one time possibly, although I might just peel to reality. Boo! Okay, we're done booing. We're done making my opponent Stern Mentor us to death. See, I should have hacked the Stern Mentor. I don't even remember what I took over it. I have to figure out what I took over it. We are gonna lose. We are gonna lose. Alright, so he's gonna bind them up. I can't F6 just in case he attacks, which I highly doubt. How do we win this game? Oh, God. Well, it's not if he hits every planes in our deck. That's not how. We still have 26 cards. He's at 20. So, you know. Boo. All right. Well, I don't want him to know we have a land. He's got 4 cards. So we have a 4, 6, I believe a 6-turn clock, and he has a million turn clock. But we need one more land, and then we get to banishing stroke his guy potentially. Yeah, I'm gonna give them both reach. I don't see a reason to not. Um, Allowing us to block a flyer is an option. It's so sad because he's gonna mill us and then like bounce his guy, cloud shift, and we're gonna be like, "Aw." Okay. All right, trusted force mage and forest go to the bin. I'll move my graveyard so you can kind of see it. Look at that. Look at that. Only on Channel the MTG Noob do you get a big ass graveyard. Look at that. Oh, and I'll put his graveyard up too. It's like picture in picture over here. He's only got 1 card, so it's probably not looking sweet. I should stop wasting time. Okay. So we get the mill. Alright, we hit our land. So I'm going to swing with both. And we'll see what happens. See if he chumps and then like cloud shifts, which would be very stellar. Okay, Avenger and Plains. Okay, now my options are he has no creatures, so I think I just play Seraph of Dawn. Not Righteous Blow, excuse me. Seraph of Dawn here. I want a Banishing Stroke, but I also want him to tap out and have less mana, so to speak, so that we don't end up getting screwed by this. So right now, if he has Mistveil Raven, that's not stellar. But he is in a spot where he's not winning on board. Like even with the mill plan, he's not winning. We have 7 power. He can block a bunch of it. Okay, so this guy is probably gonna mill. So now he can technically, mill us. He gets a Bladed Bracers and a Forest. This big ass graveyard's confusing. We're at 18 cards. It's probably a Mistveil Raven. Dreadwaters for 8. So we have 10 cards. I have to say, I think we're probably safe by banishing Stroke, his mentor. He's worried about Sagara. Okay, so this kind of fucks up the whole game. Excuse me. Oh, boo! Sorry, I'm in a booing move. Alright, so Dreadwaters. They always gotta be with that mill plan. Alright, so we're at 9 cards here. I'm assuming he's blocking this guy. So, drawing a land there is kind of like a brick, especially if he has another Dreadwaters. So we're going to swing in here. I assume he's blocking the 3-5. He'll take 4, go to 12. He's on a 4-turn clock. Then we're going to just banishing stroke his guy, I guess. Okay, we'll do it in response to his card draw. In response to the sack, not before, because if we do it before, then he could potentially draw a cloud shift or something like that. This might or might not be wrong, so in the commenting section, you let me know. If he has a cloud shift here, we're kind of screwed. He does take 4. He goes to 12. We'll play out a land in case he has Righteous Blow. We do lose to another Dreadwaters at any point. He has 4 cards. So there's a land, and we got our fingers crossed that we don't hit a Dreadwaters. I have nothing that shuffles my library. I don't think there's actually anything in the set. So this might be a Raven. Okay, Devastation Tide, that's fine. We're on a clock. Fettergeist, ouch face, that blocks everything. Alright, so I think we play out Wandering Wolf, and I want to put the most power in play. That being said, I think he's going to just try to stall. If we put both Wandering Wolves in play, the next turn we don't get the chance to do anything. So I think we play the Geist Trappers here, and we pair them, excuse me, because the Geist Trappers gives us the best opportunity to get blocked by a Fettergeist and Righteous Blow it. Okay, so his deck's actually really good. Shout out to my opponent. I can't say his name, it's like 80,000 letters, but if you're watching this, shout out to Rip Grind Repeat. Sweet deck that you've constructed. Okay, we need to draw not land for the rest of the game. We do have a ton of lands left. We have 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have one more land. We just swing here. No sense in not. I think Fettergeist blocks Wandering Wolf. Okay, Crippling Chill is going to buy him cards and time. We're still swinging with this. If he wants to trade, we trade. Our Righteous Blow is not going to do anything otherwise. So he takes, and now we just plop down Wandering Wolf and Seraph of Dawn again. And now we're back to tons of power on board, but only 7 cards in our library. I knew it. I knew we should have hacked that Stern Mentor. If he's playing to another Dreadwaters, we just lose. This might be it. Okay, another Apprentice. I think he's gotta be playing to another Dreadwater. It doesn't seem like there's a reason he's playing dudes and sacking them instead of having blockers. Although that it doesn't make the best of blockers. Okay, Smuggler's fine. Smuggler works wonders with Ravens. Think he might have tapped his mana a little bit off there. Okay, and that's an Angel. We're going to go in with Team here. I believe one of the Wolves is going to get blocked. And then we're going to Righteous Blow it. His Fettergeist, that is. And we don't know if he has Terminus, but we definitely need to have a 5/5 flyer. Because that's the way we're going to win this game. Alright, I got to shrink down my graveyard. I apologize. It's just being very dominant. Okay. Got to Righteous Blow this before he can get Smuggler action going. So Fettergeist trades. And we drop Bomb Angel and hope that it's enough. Yeah, I don't see why we don't bind them, to be honest. Alright, no Dreadwaters one time. He can make both of these fly, but that would come at the cost of tapping his guy. So, you know, that is the case. Then we still have in our deck, I believe, a land. We used our Joint Assault. We used a bunch of our miracles, so we just really have creatures left. I believe we have another Wandering Wolf. Okay, so he's going to exile that. I guess he's going to give it flying to buy another turn. Okay, so they have flying and plays a land. So he's still playing for that Dreadwaters. That does not do anything. We got to swing with the team here. And he gets to block a Sagara, and maybe he has a way to gain life. That gets blocked. And that's 7, so I don't know, maybe he has a peel here. Okay, peels my guy, peels his guy. In this case, I'm just going to play both guys out because of the fact that if he has Terminus, which I don't even know if he has, I mean, I don't think I need to play out both guys. He's at 2. We'll give this guy reach. The fact that he's at 2 makes it so if he gets rid of all my guys and I play this, then I'm good. Right now he's going to play Wingcrafter and hopefully not another Dreadwaters. That's the card we got to avoid most. I mean, we're cold to it. We're done if he has it. We go to game 3. But the fact that he's not slamming it makes me think that he does not have it. But I could be wrong. So he's going to get to defang that and then I guess play out his Wingcrafter and block my 2 flyers. So maybe I should have played out my Inquisitor there just so I have that extra 2 power. But I don't see this blocks this, blocks this. I think we still get him for 3. I could be mistaken. We still get in with a guy. So unless we misclick like we did last time, we should be good. Yep, that's the game. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you check out my other videos. We also have an awesome contest going on, so please check that out. Tell all your friends about my magic videos, and most importantly, please subscribe. Thank you.